Happy Saturday, Queen's List. Dion here. Something's on my mind. I don't really know what's quite going to come out of my mouth, but there's something on my mind that I want to process. I'm processing out loud with you, right? Okay, so where do I want to start? I realize that my message is shifting, developing, evolving, and that right now there's hot desire in me to help women, to help us understand that when we say I or me, it's complex. It's not cookie cutter. It's not straightforward. That when we that there are multifaceted, layered meanings to the word I or me. That we are complex. And over the last couple of years, I've really began to understand that there are dimensions of us that if we are to um, change and transform our leadership impact and leadership results and leadership experience, we've got to get clearer, more aware, deeper understanding about our identity as leaders. That who we're being in senior leadership, who we're being as leaders, is creating our experience, is creating our results, is creating our impact. I know that we live in a world that glorifies the doing. It's like, do this and then that will happen. Do this and then you'll have this result. But what I'm learning is that it's not so much the doing that is creating your impact, your results, your experience. It's who you're being that's creating your impact, your results, your leadership impact experience. Let me say that again. It's who you're being, the way you think, the way you act, the way you feel, the way you see yourself, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about yourself in the world. This is the the catalyst for your leadership experience and impact. That who you're being is creative. It's creating your experience. Who you're being is creating your results. This morning I was thinking that what you say to yourself, what you deeply believe, what you hold to be true about what comes after the words I am, whatever you think comes after that will impact what happens, will impact your results, will impact your leadership and your leadership experience. Think about that for a minute. It's on my mind I've become really clear that I can't support us to new levels of leadership impact, which is what clients come to me for. They want to have a different experience in leadership. They want to have a different professional experience, but it's intrinsically linked. That better, more, bigger, deeper experience that they're looking for is intrinsically linked to who we're being, how we're showing up, how we're thinking about ourselves, how we're thinking about ourselves in relation to the world, in relation to our organization, industry, and field, how we're feeling on the inside, our emotions, our thinking faculties, our feeling faculties, and how we're acting as a result of all of that is the thing that we is where we need to focus if we want to change anything about your leadership experience or impact. Don't know if I'm saying this okay, but hold on with me because I really this is on my mind, okay? So today I was scrolling through, well, let me start with this week. This week I did a speaking engagement and I was explaining this concept of the power of beingness, the creative force that beingness is. I was explaining that your I ams carry frequencies that impact your results, that impact how you're coming across, it impacts how you're being in the world, it impacts how you're experiencing leadership. I was explaining this, and I could feel that it was triggering for some people in the room. And one of the women that this was really challenging for, she spoke and she was talking. She was basically saying to me, "Yeah, but you don't understand. Um, you don't get to choose how you be. There's a certain way you have to be because of the hostile situation, the toxic situation that she's working in, that it requires her to be a certain way. Like you can't just be how you want. You have to be what the environment is requiring of you." She said, "I'm not, as she was talking about, it's not like they're going to allow me to flourish. Like, I'm not allowed to flourish," she said. I think those were her exact words, that she's not allowed to flourish in that space. She didn't realize that she'd said that, but it came out of her. I called her attention to it. I asked her to think about what she was saying, that, that somewhere inside of herself, there's a thinking that says, I am not permitted to flourish. I am not permitted to be myself here. I am not permitted I am compelled to act how they want me to. I am required to be who they say I be, how they say I show up, how they expect from me. Do you see? Today I was going through LinkedIn this morning, bad habit, wake up, get my phone, start scrolling. And I saw there's a coach that read regularly. She's a amazing strategist, and she wrote a post of giving some sort of strategic advice about what we should be doing as senior leaders. And somebody in the comments said, "Oh, this is such powerful strategy. We really need this type of strategy because," um, she said, "it's especially now when the market is so overcrowded. Especially now when the market is so overcrowded." That's what she said, right? And as I read it, I felt the same way as I felt when I heard the woman talk about being allowed to flourish. Because here's what happened when I read her results. In my mind, this woman, the backstory, I've sat with so many women who say things like this. They point to what it's like out here. It's overcrowded, it's hostile, it's toxic, it's whatever they say it is, it's competitive, it's dog eat dog, um it's difficult, it's challenging, it's all the things out here, right? And so what I need, what we're saying is, tell me the right thing to do, tell me the right thing to do to be able to navigate this and to survive this. This sound is what I'm hearing. When I read that woman's comment this morning, I heard her saying, I am fighting for survival. I am up against it. I am in tricky situation. This is hard. Life and leadership and work is hard. There is so much competition. I'm really up against it. My back's up against the wall. There's just how on earth am I gonna stand out and be seen? Like it's a challenge. Work is hard. Can you see? Who is she being? What's her I am that has frequency on her outcome? I am up against it. I'm in a hostile situation. I'm in a fight for recognition. Imagine that she was alongside another leader who says, I'm one in the I'm unique. I'm distinct. There's no one like me. My value proposition, I'm a unique, valuable proposition in my market. There is no one like me. There is no competition. That I bring something unique. I bring something valuable. I have something powerful to bring to this space, and there is no one like me. I'm unrivaled. I'm unrivaled, and I'm going to communicate that. I'm going to I believe that about me. This is who I am. This is what I think about myself. This is what I think about myself in the world. This is what I think about myself in relation to other people. That I'm powerful, there is no one like me. I'm unrivaled, and I bring unique, distinct value. Imagine those two leaders side by side doing the same thing in their organization or their industry or their field. What's the difference in the experience between these two leaders? What's the difference in the way that they come across, the way that they're seen, viewed? What's the difference in their gravitas levels? What's the difference in their presence? What's the difference in the results that they can create? Can you see that it is who you're being that is the most powerful creative force that you have available to you? And my message is that there's more than one you that you can be. There's the lower nature you, that is the programmed you that's been taught the rules of the game and how to play it. You were born at such a time as this. You were taught, what people like you can and can't do. You were born to that family. You've had these experiences. This lower nature you has been shaped by the world that she's operating in. She's been told the rules of the game. She sees the world through her senses, through what she sees, through what's around her. She makes up, her rules are in line with the kind of paradigm that she's leading in. But there's this higher you that is higher, is outside of that. She's divine, she's sovereign, she's high, she's powerful. She's unique, she's distinct, she's called, she's chosen. And when we master leading from this aspect of our identity, this I am is different from this I am. And when we master leading from this identity, results change, leadership evolves, our experience transforms, our results our results are on a whole different level, a new dimension. We transmit our aura, our gravitas, our presence, our leadership is of a different quality. That if we want to transform our results, we have to do this I am work. We have to do this identity work. We have to examine our self-perception and who we are being, because it is this fundamentally that is creating our leadership impact and influence and presence and experience. This is what I wanted to say today, that the invitation through my work is to go behind the masks and take a good look at who we're being in senior leadership, who we're being as women leaders and change makers. This is the work. This is the work that I am passionate about. This is the work that I'm doing. I'm that women are, when they dare to get that mirror out and they get their spotlight out and they choose to think critically and profoundly about who they're being and how they're showing up. These are the women that are rising up new. These are the women that are taking their leadership, not just their leadership impact and influence, but their leadership experience, how leadership is feeling to them, how leadership is being, how leadership is impacting their world, is going to whole new dimensions. I don't know. I've rambled on a bit. I didn't know what was going to come out of this conversation, but I know that I want I want to invite you to embody your highness. I want to invite you to get acquainted with your higher nature. I want you to get brave enough, courageous enough to dare to explore, to examine who you're being in leadership right now and how that could be creating the very results and the very experience that you're unhappy with, but you think it's happening because of what's going on out here. You're powerful. When I say you, that's complex. And we need to unravel that complexity and take a look at who you're being and embody your highness so that you can be and do and have from that place. Let me know how this is landing, because I'd love to have a conversation with you, and I'd love for us to go back and forth. I really, really find it challenging to explore this through the camera. So draw close, write to me, email me, message me in the comments. Tell me how this is landing. Who are you being?